That's somebody we remember, right?
Yeah.
What was that story about?
Daniel. Oh yeah, now I remember. Daniel, he prayed to God. Well, what I know about the story is, when Daniel was a boy, he was taken into his home in Judea to a city called Babylon, where he went to school, and the choice of the Babylonian king. Daniel missed his home very much.
Okay.
And then the day he prayed that God would take care of his family and his friends and look after him too.
Okay, wow. All right. I want to tell a story today about Daniel and an angel. Do we have any angels around? Oh, there's an angel.
And there's a giant angel out here.
Let's name this angel Gabriel, okay?
Gabriel.
Gabriel. Do you know that Gabriel was one of God's chief angels?
No, I did not know that.
He was called an archangel. There are two chief angels. They both have different jobs. The archangel Michael has the task of caring for Israel, and the archangel Gabriel has the task of, you have any idea? What else have you heard about with the angel Gabriel? Do you know? Gabriel, actually his special job was he had the task of communicating special messages to God's servants. Was Daniel one of God's servants?
Yep.
He was.
Yep.
And do you know that Gabriel spoke to Daniel 2 times? You know what those 2 times were?
No.
One of the things that Gabriel said to Daniel was this. In Daniel chapter 8, verse 17, it says, "So he came near where I stood, and when he came, I was afraid, and I fell on my face. But he said to me, 'Understand, son of man, that the vision refers to the time of the end.'" So that Gabriel was going to tell Daniel about something at the time of the end.
Why does the angel have a golden wing thingy?
Well, because Gabriel came from heaven. There's lots of gold in heaven, and it says that the angel Gabriel had golden wings.
I always thought heaven was just the top of the sky.
Well, heaven is way up there in the sky, above the sky. Remember, we learned that when we were talking about Genesis.
But my pop said space never ends.
It doesn't. Heaven never ends. You're right. The next thing Gabriel said to Daniel was this. In chapter 9, verse 21, "While I was speaking in prayer, the man Gabriel, who I had seen in the vision at the beginning, being caused to fly swiftly, reached me about the same time of the evening offering. And he informed me and talked with me and said, 'Daniel, I have now come forth to give you skill to understand.'" So Gabriel is going to teach Daniel something again. Can you believe it? What would you do if you saw an angel?
I would pass out.
You would pass out? Would you be afraid?
Yeah. I would do this.
Yeah, it would be kind of scary. Do you know usually when Gabriel came to talk to somebody, he tells them, "Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid." Why do you think he'd say, "Don't be afraid"? Do you think you'd be afraid if something with big golden wings came flying up to you?
Yes!
Yeah, you might be a little
I would
afraid.
think it would be a dragon or a devil.
And it would be kind of scary, wouldn't it? But
have...
Gabriel isn't scary. So he tells Daniel something. You know what he tells Daniel?
No.
He tells Daniel a math problem. No kidding. He tells Daniel about something that's going to happen in the future, and he gives him a math problem to figure out. Can you believe that?
I hate angels and math.
You don't like math?
No, it's so hard. I just tried to do it, and my mother, she looks at it and she just erases it all. And I gotta do it all over again.
Gabriel gave Daniel a math problem, and it was a hard...
How does that work? 2 plus 2.
Yeah.
How does that work?
Well, Gabriel knew math, I guess. He's a pretty smart angel, so he gave him the math problem. I'll write it down, and then you can see it, and I'll show you how it gets figured out, okay?
Miss Julie?
There's another spot in the Bible where Gabriel comes again and talks to somebody. Do you know who that is? He came to someone else. Who was it? She's here. She's here in our people. Mary, you're right. There's Mary.
She looks almost like an angel.
Yeah, Mary was just a girl when Gabriel came to her. And what did Gabriel say to Mary? Do we know? In Luke 1, verse 26, says this. Now the 6th month, the angel Gabriel was sent by God to a city of Galilee named Nazareth to a virgin betrothed to a man whose name was Joseph of the house of David. Remember?
Joseph!
There's Joseph. You're right.
Sorry, Miss Julie.
But it's okay. Remember our story last week when we said the house of David or the line of David was going to have kings? Remember that?
And they had a donkey.
Yeah.
Named Bo. To carry Mary because she couldn't walk because her baby was coming.
But when she saw him, she was troubled and said, "What manner of greeting is this?" Do you think Mary was afraid when she saw that angel?
No, she was.
It says, then the angel said to her, "Do not be afraid, Mary. You have found favor with God." Gabriel told Daniel that the Messiah was coming. And remember, Daniel was Daniel we were just talking about. He told Daniel years and years before that the Messiah was coming. Remember, he gave him a math problem? He gave him a math problem. He said, if you can figure out the math problem, you'll know the exact day that the Messiah is coming. And then he came to Mary. And then Mary said, "How can this be? I do not know a man." She said, "I'm not married." And the angel answered and said to her, "The Holy Spirit will come upon you, and the power of the highest will overshadow you. Therefore also that Holy One who is to be born will be called the Son of God." So Mary and Joseph were going to have a baby. And Mary knew that that baby was going to be named the Son of God. Do you think other people were looking for the Messiah, the Son of God?
Yes.
You think they were?
No.
I don't know. Who was looking? Daniel figured out the math problem, and I'm sure he told a lot of people, but do you think people believed him?
They were trying to find him.
They were trying to find him. So, who do we have over here? We have Mary, Joseph, and a donkey, right?
A camel.
And a camel. Who else is over there? Who else was looking for baby Jesus? Oh, the angel was showing us where he was. Who's that?
Fell flat on his face.
Yeah. He probably was scared of the angel. Who else was there?
The wise men.
The wise men, they were looking for him, weren't they? Yeah. Do you think they might have figured out the math problem? I bet they might have. Who else?
The shepherds.
The shepherds, you're right. How did the shepherds know where to find him?
Cow.
How did the shepherds know where to find him?
The star.
You're right, the star. And the shepherds went and they followed the star, didn't they? Yeah. And then what was the angel doing?
Hovering.
Was he singing praises to the Lord? Hovering?
Praises to the Lord.
Yeah, he was hovering. Yeah, and then where's the manger? There it is. There's the manger, but it doesn't have baby Jesus in it.
Because
Does
he
it have
isn't
baby
born.
Oh, he's not born, you're right. Oh, there, when he's born. Isn't he beautiful?
Yep.
Very nice. You know what's happening outside right now?
No.
We need to go on a hunt. We need to look for baby Jesus.
Go away.
Everything's buried. It's very hard to find things in this snow. Did we find baby Jesus? No luck? Did you find him?
Yes. It's on Mary.
Oh, Mary's holding him? Oh, I see. There he is, right in Mary's arms.
And here's the shepherd guy. Hey, look.
The shepherd guy?
Mr. Shepherd.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The snow is melting.
The snow is melting?
What is that?
there's the wise men.
And here's the random guy.
Okay, yeah, there's the random guy. Okay,
Now let's use it.
set him down. Okay. Boy, I sure am glad you guys found baby Jesus. What would we do without Jesus? He was really buried under all that snow, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a hard job.
And the
But we looked
angel.
for him.
And the angel came down and started singing.
Yeah.
Christ the Lord, Christ the Lord, la 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 la.
Do you think it was hard back then when the people tried to find baby Jesus?
No.
I bet
Why
it was
does
hard.
this guy have a grandma?
It took the wise men a long time to get to him. The shepherds went running to where he was, but that took a while too. Do you think it was just something simple? Do you think they knew his address?
No.
They didn't have Google, did they?
No.
they
There
had,
was no phones.
They had to follow what?
The light.
The star, right?
The star.
They had to follow the star. Well, I sure am glad you guys found baby Jesus outside because he was buried under all that snow. That's not very good, is it? And I'm glad we figured out that math problem. That's good too.
You mean
so
2 plus 2 is 4?
No, the math problem that Gabriel gave Daniel.
How does
So
a
now-
math problem help with anything?
How does a math problem help with anything? Well, you know what? It told everybody when the Messiah would come. It
What's
did.
a Messiah?
The Messiah is God's son, Jesus.